You've broken through ceiling after ceiling in your business. You've raised your prices. You've completed the strategy. You are on to the next level, but it still feels the same. You can still see a new ceiling in front of you, and you're wondering how you're going to break through this one. On this video, I am going to explain how. The most frustrating part is you've done all the work. You've broke through that ceiling which you thought was never possible. You're feeling confident, you're feeling like a great business owner, and staring in front of you is another new mountain to climb. And you're questioning yourself, do I have what it takes to climb that mountain? Or is this your peak? Is this where you belong? Have you achieved everything in your business and now it's time to get comfortable? And what I want to just tell you guys is that in society, people often say, don't get greedy. Yep. And to me, that kind of saying holds a lot of people back because you're not getting greedy. You're fulfilling your full potential. You're fulfilling something when you climb this next mountain that maybe looks impossible, but you're going to grow. And in turn, that's going to grow your paycheck. Yeah, life and business is all about self-development. It's all about growing. And that big mountain in front of you is your next step. And I want you to install that belief that you can do it. You can earn life-changing income if you keep breaking through these ceilings. And this ceiling might look like the biggest yet, and you might be feeling down about that you can't do it, and someone like you doesn't deserve to climb an even bigger ceiling than you've already climbed through. That is not true. Yeah, we are here to do great things, and you can take your business to levels you never really thought possible. So this big mountain is one you need to climb. So pat yourself on the back for breaking through those ceilings, climbing those mountains, and let's get ready to climb the biggest one yet. I always compare business to sport. It's very similar. You have to have a strong belief in yourself if you want to win in a sport, and you have to have a strong belief if you want to win in business. And I remember one pre-season, we had to run 5K 3 times a week, which is that's pretty standard, but with a giant log on our back. And I think that log was probably 60, 70, 80 kilos. And every time I turned up to training, I would dread it. And I would believe that I couldn't complete that 5K. But every time they blew the whistle, I got moving. And even though halfway through the pain of that 5K with a giant log on my head, I kept on going. And I kept telling myself, I can do this. And during that 5K, with a giant log on your shoulder, you get to know yourself. You get to push your limits. You get to know what you're really about, how far you can go. And this next big mountain is all about that. It's about a personal test, a test of yourself. Yeah, how far can you go? How good are you? How good really are you? And can you achieve it? And in life, there's nothing better than completing those tests. There's nothing better than having your back against the wall, pushing through the self-doubt and coming out the other side. So as you start to climb this new mountain, it's important that you install the belief in yourself. Yeah, but yeah, this is a big mountain. Yeah, you've broken through the pricing ceilings, you've broken through all the business ceilings you set, which have now come your flaws. Now it's time to really get to know yourself. It's time to really give yourself the challenge of climbing this next new mountain. And when you install that belief, that is what carried me over the line with that log. Yeah, and the belief has carried me over the line in many business activities when I had to break ceilings. And that belief, which is deep inside you, is what is going to take you to the next level. So look at that mountain. It's a big mountain, but you're good enough to do it. You're capable of doing it, and you are going to be the business owner that you deserve to be. So what I want you to do is I want you to write down every success you've had which you thought was impossible from when you started your business. And that could be breaking through pricing issues, your mentality towards your pricing. I want you to write down what you've been earning, how many clients you've been getting, what income you've been getting year on year. Okay, everything down and look at it with reality. Like, did you expect that you could do this when you started your business? Yeah. Look at it, give yourself the pat on the back. Look at it and say, what got me there? And I'm sure it was the belief in yourself and the belief in your ability. And know that when you first started on all these achievements you've made, that you probably didn't think they were possible. And that's exactly the same feeling you might be thinking now as you go to the next ceiling. But it was possible because you achieved it. So the next ceiling is also possible. Yeah, very possible, because you are born to be a business winner. And that is something I talk about too. I know I mentioned sport earlier, but if I was bringing a losing mentality to the rugby pitch, if I said, we're going to lose today, there's a good chance we're going to lose today, because I'm walking onto that rugby pitch saying, ooh, or we'll see how it goes. That's my favorite one. We'll see how it goes. Well, guess what? If you see how it goes on a rugby pitch, you're going to get pulled short. Yeah. So what you need to do is you need to bring that winning mentality into your business. You need to be saying, I'm here, I'm showing up, and I am going to win. Yeah. Because when you back yourself, you give yourself a lot greater chance of walking on saying, I can't do this. Yeah. But it gives you a certain energy. It makes you perform at a higher level. So walk in, look at that, look at what you've achieved. Yeah. Look what's in front of you, and tell yourself you're a winner. You're going to win. Install that belief in yourself and get to work. Yeah, you're already prepared to break through ceilings. Yeah, sometimes that doubt just creeps back in, and we have to shove it. We have to tell that doubt to go away, install our belief, and let's get going again. Let's build something big. So if something resonated you on this video today, in the description box below, there is an email list where I share weekly value. Just sign up in the description box below and keep tuning into the videos. Subscribe to the channel. I look forward to seeing you on the next video.